today's session is about 10 things to avoid while doing options buying. Right. So after the SEBI has applied this regulations of stopping this leverages kind of trading, earlier, what used to happen was people used to trade with less capital, and by utilizing the leverages that were provided by the brokers, they used to make big tradings. Right. They used to with less capital, they used to do big lots and lots of trading. Right. Just by just even a person who is having a capital of like 5,000 or even 6,000 rupee, using that people could do option writing also, right, for intraday. Right. So there were many brokers who were okay. Surender ji is also joining for the first time. Very, very good evening, Surender ji. So yeah, so earlier there was basically huge leverages that were available, but because of stoppages in provision of providing these high leverages to traders, now everyone is getting forced towards options buying, right? And when it comes to options buying, it becomes very important for all of us for making our right trading decision at right point of time. Blindly, if you will be taking a trade in options buying just by predicting that this is where market is going to go, then the chances are very high that you'll be ending up into having bigger and bigger losses. So it is always better to have a calculated decision making when it comes to option buying, because there is one big factor which is always running against you when it comes to option buying, and that biggest factor is time. Time is never in the favor of option buyers. And time never stops. Time keeps on running and running, and this time it always depletes the extrinsic value of options. So options are basically, options value are basically bifurcated into, they are basically divided into two parts. First part is called as intrinsic value, and second part is called as extrinsic value. Intrinsic value is nothing but the real value of the option, which the remaining value of the option which will remain after the option expiry has taken place, right? At whichever price the expiry has taken place, whatever the remaining value of option will be, that is called as intrinsic value. And whatever that is above intrinsic value is called as extrinsic value. So before expiry day, what happens, this expiry as and when the time nears during till expiry day, what happens, this extrinsic value of options, it keeps on depleting, and it keeps on depleting down till zero, right? So that's why you find that most of the option, especially the options which are at the money or out of the money or deep out of the money options, they tend to expire, and ultimately their value becomes zero because they have got no real value, right? And this is applicable not just for call options, this is applicable to put options as well. So it becomes very important for us to look forward for taking a trade. And timing, if we know that time is our biggest enemy, timing becomes most important for us when it comes to option buying, right? So we'll start with that. Before starting that, let me just give you a brief introduction about me. My name is Bhavneet, and I'm derivatives trader and chief mentor at Elixir Learnings. And I do trade based upon price action, market profile, volume profile, and order flow. So these are the things, these are the basic tools which I utilize for myself. I utilize market profile for finding out the direction of market. I utilize volume profile for finding out the major demand and supply zones of market, and then I utilize order flow and order flow trading for finding out the area wherein I can have least amount of risk and better rewarding potential, right? So these are the important things which I utilize for myself. I have got trading experience of more than 10 years, and I am NISM certified trader, NISM certified trader. And from past 10 years, I've been trading into market. Initial days were never good for me. I gradually improved myself. Initially I started with trading in by utilization of indicators based trading only. Gradually I kept on as and when my knowledge also kept on increasing, I also gradually kept on shifting towards removing indicators from my system and keeping only few things in my system, like price action, and understanding price and volume, understanding market profile, volume profile, and order flow, right? So these are the basic tools which I utilize for myself. And yes, there are a couple of other things also which I teach during my course to my students, right? So we have presence in Telegram, YouTube, and we'll be showing you the links of that in the last slide of today's presentation, right? So a quick disclaimer: Elixir Learning is an educational portal, and we do not provide any trading tips or services related to securities market. As such, elixirlearnings.com does not offer or provide personalized investment advice. To the extent any of content, material, information, and or associated websites may be deemed to be an investment advice, such information is impersonal and not tailored to the investment needs of any specific person. The information contained within this or associated website is provided for informational and educational purposes only. The information should not be construed as investment or trading advice and is not meant to be a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell or hold any position in any stock market securities. The content and information provided by elixirlearnings.com, discussion forums, or any associated platform is solely incidental to the business and activities of Elixir Learnings in providing educational services, right? So in short, if you want to understand, so we basically are focused more upon providing educational services, right? We are we teach people, we make people how to become independent when it comes to decision making in trading, right? So that's who we are. So if you are looking for any tips provider, so definitely then you are on the you are not on the right platform. We are not tips provider, we are educational institute. So anyways, so the topic of today is 10 things to avoid while doing options buying. So what is the first most important thing that we have to look into when it comes to avoidance of avoid when we have to avoid doing options buying? So first thing is avoid holding bank nifty and nifty weekly options positionally, right? So this is one of the most important point when it comes to weekly expiry. Anyone who doesn't know what is nifty and bank nifty? Anyone who does not know anything related to what is nifty or bank nifty? Okay, everyone knows. Great. So nifty and bank nifty, if you, Abhilash, you don't know. Okay, all right. So nifty and bank nifty, they are basically one of the most trading indexes which are available for trading in National Stock Exchange of India, right? In National Stock Exchange, there is different segments which are traded. First segment is called as equity segment, wherein you can do buying and selling in uh, listed companies, the companies which are listed in National Stock Exchange, right? You can buy and sell the shares of any company in National Stock Exchange which is listed under it, right? Second segment apart from equity segment, this is called as equity segment, right? Wherein you can do purchase and selling of shares. Second one is called as derivatives, right? So derivative is one of those things which are basically, you can call as speculative products, or you can also call them as future products, futures and options products, which are basically traded in market, which are dependent upon the movement of equity. If equity is moving up, futures will also be moving up, and options movement will also be done accordingly, right? So they are basically completely, they are derived, their value is derived from the movement of underlying, right? So those are called as derivative products, and famous derivative products are futures and options, right? Which are traded in NSE. Apart from that, there are other segments also, like currency derivative products are also there, right? So but mainly when it comes to questioning what is nifty and bank nifty, so nifty, you can in short, you can understand that nifty represents India's top 50 stocks. That's what nifty represents. And what is bank nifty? Bank nifty represents India's top 12 banks, right? So that's what bank nifty represents. It is index is basically you can say एक box है which is having number of different stocks, and it is representing them all of them, right? How it is constructed, if you want to know, we have uploaded some of the videos on our YouTube channel. If you have not yet seen that, you can visit our YouTube channel. Name of the channel is Elixir Learnings, right? We have posted some of basics of stock market video. You can definitely watch them, and links are available. We'll show you the links after the closure of this webinar. Okay, so now the question is, avoid holding and bank nifty and nifty weekly options positionally. Just remember that, guys. Nifty or bank nifty, their expiry takes place last Thursday of every week, right? And after that, on Friday, next contracts starts trading in nifty and bank nifty, right? Next expiry contract starts trading on Friday of every week, right? So for example, monthly expiry of nifty and bank nifty has taken place on last Thursday, and after that on Friday, this is next expiry is going to take place on 3rd of November. So 3rd of November contracts will start their trading, their major trading, although they have already opened, but their major trading will start taking place. Maximum amount of volume will start taking place on Friday of has started taking place on last Friday, right? So what happens in these options, theta starts, since they are very much near to expiry, what will happen? Theta will start depleting their options, especially when nifty and bank nifty are running less volatile, right? If they are less volatile, then what will happen? Their options will tend to deplete their value on daily basis, right? Every single day you will be finding their call options also to be depleting at a faster rate, and their put options also are depleting at a faster rate. And Friday, then there is Sunday, sorry, Saturday and Sunday is a holiday, time is still running. Monday there will be, even if there is a gap up or gap down opening, there will still be, theta decay that will take place in the option, which will deplete the value of options like anything on Monday. And Monday and Tuesday there will be 30% decay, and then Wednesday and Thursday there will be 60% of decay in the extrinsic value of the options. So because of which you should always avoid holding bank nifty and nifty weekly options positionally. There is only one scenario in which you can definitely look forward for buying and holding bank nifty and nifty weekly options positionally. It is when volatility is very high, right? When volatility is high, yes, you can expect prices to go up or down in a directional manner, right? And if the volatility is less, never ever buy, especially on Wednesday. Remember that Wednesday you do not buy option, weekly option of current expiry and hold it for the next day, right? We have done it this time, right? When monthly expiry started to take place, let me show you the chart. So this is my terminal. Herein I do all the analysis of nifty as well as bank nifty. So let me show you the charts of bank nifty. So on Wednesday we created a buy position in bank nifty 41,000 put option. So this is where, when the prices moved up and reached around this level, we found out that there was something unusual that was taking place, which somehow gave us the understanding that in market there is highly likely going to be the move on the downside in next 2 days, and this move is going to be highly volatile move. Once we got the idea that market is going to get a highly volatile move, what we did, we bought 41,000 put option, which was at that point of time slightly out of the money option, and we also purchased deep out of the money option. And that too, we have purchased everything on Wednesday. We also purchased 4,500 put option, which was deep out of the money option at a price of 55, and we bought 41,000 put option at a price of 175, right? And we kept on holding it because we got to know in the morning itself that yes, market is going to go volatile and there is going to be very high movement on the downside that can take place in the market. Because of that, that was the only reason why we bought the put options and we kept on holding them. Otherwise, is it logical for us to hold options, buy and hold options on Wednesday, when we know that on Thursday there is going to be an expiry and options are going to deplete like anything? Is it logical for us? No, it is not logical. So avoid it. We had the this time we had the complete idea that yes, market is going to give a big fall. That's why we held our options. Otherwise, generally we also do not create a positional buying position in options which are about to get expired. And on this expiry, it was a lovely expiry. I personally made a profit in this expiry of around 2 lakh rupee, and I hope all of you, those who were part of that live session, you must have witnessed the lovely profits that we also bought like 40,000 put option at a price of 50 rupee. Even this option also gave us really 16-17,000 rupee extra profit. So that was a lovely day, wherein we, because the market had high volatility, theta decay could not do much about the options, right? Only thing that was depleting on expiry, this expiry day, was call options that just kept on depleting and depleting. So just remember this part, that never ever do holding of Bank Nifty and Nifty weekly options if number one, volatility is low, and number two, they are weekly options and theta will deplete their values like anything. These scenarios will not happen every now and then in options, right? Options में हर रोज नहीं होता है कि options की value deplete होती रहेगी, right? So कभी कभी दिन ऐसे होंगे जब आपको as an option buyer जरूर मिलेंगे, right? So next point is also do one more thing: avoid buying far out of the money options when expiry is near, especially when even if it is, this rule is applicable even for stock options, this rule is applicable even for weekly expiry options of Nifty and Bank Nifty, right? Never do far out of the money option expire when expiry is near, right? Many people do this mistake a lot, that they expect that, for example, let me just create a understanding. Let me just show you and give you a little bit understanding on this part. Many a times you must have especially this is applicable for beginners. Let's say that you have projected that, let's say the prices of Bank Nifty, they were moving up and then they moved down, and this is let's say that this is where you expected that Bank Nifty is currently trading at 40,000 at this price, and you expected that Bank Nifty in the next 7 days it is going to reach anywhere around 41,000, right? So Bank Nifty did reach at 41,000, but it reached till 41,000 on Thursday. What will happen? And you have purchased which option? You have purchased 41,000 option only. What will be the value of this option on expiry day? Upon expiry, what will be the value of this option? 41,000. You have purchased this option, let's say at a price of 100 rupee. Just because it was out of the money option, this option was also cheaper option. You purchased, let's say on Wednesday, you purchased this option at a price of 100 rupee. On Thursday, what will be the value of option? The value of option will be 0. Why the value of option will be 0? Because it expired at the money, and on expiry day, the options which are at the money option and options which are out of the money options, they will be expiring without any value, right? There will not be, and they will not be carrying any value, right? So market did reach here. On Wednesday you created a buy position, this was Wednesday. But again, let's have one more scenario. Let's say the same scenario has happened, and instead of Thursday, market reached here on Monday itself. By Monday closing, the prices have reached 41,000 on Monday itself. What do you think will be the value of option then? Will it be blasting up like anything or not? Think about it. So will it be blasting up or not? If instead of reaching 41,000 on Thursday, the prices have reached 41,000 on Monday itself. And expiry is going to take place on Thursday. Let me know, guys. Will it be blasting up? Yes, it will be blasting up. Why it will be blasting up? Because the time that took for this option, 41,000 option, this underlying ने 40,000 से लेके 41,000 तक का जो time जो लिया, that time is very very low. Time is very less. So lesser the time, higher will be the extrinsic value. If the prices are reaching from one point to second point in lesser time. right? So that's what you have to understand, that जितना कम टाइम होगा उतना ही ज्यादा आपको फायदा होगा, जितना कम टाइम में कोई भी ऑप्शन मूव करता है एक डायरेक्शन से दूसरी डायरेक्शन की तरफ. So this you always have to remember, that you have to avoid buying far out of the money option when expiry is near. There is only one exception, if the volatility in underlying is very high. अगर underlying point A से point B तक बहुत ज्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर कर लेती है, तो डेफिनेटली यू विल बी मेकिंग good money out of your option. That is the only scenario which will be helping you out, right? Now the next point is point number 3, that is during expiry day, if volatility is low, during expiry day, then avoid buying ATM and out of the money options. It is always recommended, if you are looking for buying options on expiry day, you look forward for buying in the money options only, right? And that too only for scalping purpose, right? And you have to remember the theta curve. There is a proper theta curve for options. If you want to know, let me just draw a proper theta curve for all of you, so that you can have some understanding related to options. So there are you can have some rough idea related to the theta curve. So let me just make this theta curve for all of you. This will give you rough understanding on options. So that's how roughly a theta curve will look like. This will be having multiple phases. And this one you can call as phase C, this one you can call as phase B, and this one you can call as phase A. In phase A, what happens? Only 10% of option value depletion takes place. On phase B, what happens? Only 30% of option value depletion takes place. But in phase C, 60% of option value depletion takes place, right? The extrinsic value. So maximum amount of depletion that takes place in option, it takes place in phase C. So during expiry day, what happens? For morning time, this phase A is representing morning time, that is 9:15 a.m. to 11 a.m. There will be only 10% of option value depletion. Okay, there will be only 10% of option value depletion. On phase B, what will happen? 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. you will be finding that depletion in option value will be 30%, and on from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. there will be 60% in option value depletion. So that's what you have to remember. You can write it down if you want to. So that's the theta curve roughly I have drawn here. So just keep these things in mind. If you want to create a buy, if you have let's say on expiry day, if you are expecting a non-volatile day or you are expecting a sideways day, then you can do buying on dip and sell on rise, and you can hold your option keeping in mind depletion of options value in this manner, that from 9:15 to 11 a.m. if you are finding any opportunity, let's say you have found out a buying opportunity in options at about 9:30 a.m. and it is not logical for you to keep on holding that option. If there is a non-volatile expiry, then it is not logical for you to keep on holding your option till 3 p.m. Why? Because the option extrinsic value will keep on depleting and you will keep on running into bigger losses. So that's what you have to keep on remembering, right? By keeping in your mind that 9 बजे से लेकर 11 बजे तक के बीच में अगर आपकी पोजीशन ने आपको प्रॉफिट दे दिया है on expiry day, close it and exit. In the second phase, that is this one, if you are getting any position in the second phase, you can also hold your option. If you have got any entry in options, you can buy it and just keep it in your mind. By 2 p.m. you can think about 2 p.m. to maybe 2:15. These are rough timings, right? So by 2 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. you can understand that you have to close your position at any cost, because ultimately by 2:30 p.m. you will be finding that there will be maximum depletion. In fact, wildest of the wild moves in the option will start taking place from 2:15 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. You'll be finding that even deep in the money options also, they get lot of changes in the prices, right? So that's what you have to keep in your mind when it comes to option buying. So volatility is definitely one factor, but another factor is basically theta factor that you have to keep in your mind when it comes to options buying, that during expiry day, if the volatility is low, think about taking in the money options, right, instead of taking at the money or out of the money options, because they will ultimately have higher volatility. These options will have wild moves on the upside as well as on the downside, and you will not be getting very good profits if you are taking position in them accordingly. All right, so this is point number 3 that you have to remember as an option buyer. Next point that you also have to remember as an option buyer is avoid creating option buy position before any major events. Now this is very important point. What are major events? Major events like RBI policy. RBI time to time it keeps on floating, it's a rate cut policy, repo rate also, it just keeps on updating. And during those days, before even start of event, what happens, the implied volatility starts increasing for both call option and put options. Both of their implied volatility starts increasing, and because of which the options premium become highly overpriced well in advance. And because they are highly overpriced well in advance, you will not be getting right pricing in these options. And if you are not getting right pricing in these options, I'll just give you a simple example. For example, let's say that bank nifty is currently trading at 40,000, and maybe after next 2 or 3 days in the next expiry, let's say on next Wednesday, you are expecting RBI is about to give a rate cut policy. It is having a rate cut policy, right? So before the start of event, what will happen, options will be having their, in fact at the money options will be having their value running anywhere around 700 rupee. That can also become possible depending upon how much volatile move bank nifty will be showing on that day, right? So depending upon that, option writers, they are smart people, they are smarter than all of us. So what they'll do, they'll start quoting their offers at very high price, because of which what will happen, the options will become highly overpriced and implied volatility will also be high. Because of that, if you'll be creating, even if you are creating a buy straddle, let's say that if you buy call option as well as you buy put option for the same strike price, even that also will not be giving you very high returns, right? So instead, I'll say that during before the start of event, do not create the position. What I prefer, I'll tell you. What I prefer, I'll tell you, sir. My preference is before the start of event, I do not take the position. Once the event has started, I will also not be creating my position. I'll simply keep on waiting and watching. Once the event is over, then I will be waiting for volatility to start getting crushed. Once the volatility starts getting crushed, the value or the premiums of call and put options will also start getting crushed. And that's where, once the volatility has started getting crushed, there will be a point wherein, options will be having their very underpricing also. Sometimes, it also comes. That's where I look forward for doing option buying. But that is not recommended for a beginner person. Those who have trained eye, they can definitely look forward for taking a trade on events. Otherwise, it is always recommended that you do not create a position before any major events are about to start. Events like RBI policy or elections, general election, assembly elections, and so on and so forth. So something like that, you just remember that part. Now next thing is study in depth about, next point is study in depth about option Greeks and time your trades as per theta decay graph. So if you are an options trader, if you are an option buyer, or even if you are an option seller, This is very important point for all the option buyers. You should always know about what option Greeks are, what they tell us about, what information they provide us, and based upon that, you should always, create your positions accordingly. For example, there are four major option Greeks: delta, theta, gamma, and vega. Right? Delta is giving you realistic expectation related to the market. Gamma is helping you out if you have created your buy position and call option. Gamma is your best friend, and if your position start running into your direction, then gamma will further boost up your position, and it will keep on exponentially rising your option value, right? And it will also increase your profitability like anything, right? So gamma is your best friend as an option buyer. Then third one is theta. You also need to know what is theta, and just like I have shown you the example here that you need to take care of theta curve when it comes to option buying. That's what you should know what is theta, and what should what theta is composed of, what theta tells us. Depending upon that, you should make your trading decision, right? And fourth one is vega. You should always know vega, because if vega is if you know about vega, and if you also know about volatility, and if volatility is about to rise, then vega is the number which will give you certain idea related to options, that how much you can expect further addition in the value of options accordingly, right? So this is fifth point that you need to know when it comes to option buying. You should definitely study. In fact, by end of today's webinar, I request everyone, today is Sunday, if you have some free time, search on Google and read about what is delta, gamma, theta, vega. Read and make notes in depth about them, right? And you'll get very good understanding of that, right? Next one is avoid stock options buying. For options especially, this is applicable for stock options which are less liquid, right? Liquidity ka matlab, anyone who knows what is liquidity, what is illiquid, liquidity hoti kya? Anyone who knows about it, anyone who can answer on this part, what is liquidity? Okay, Alok Kapoor ji is saying spread. Liquidity is spread, sir. Are you really okay? So I think you are on the wrong side, sir. Liquidity is not spread. That's wrong answer, sir. Anyone else? Bharat Singh is saying having high volumes. No, sir. That won't be the right answer for it. No, sir. Difference between buyer and seller is Alok ji. Difference between buyer and seller is called as spread. The buyer, the bid and offer, that difference is called as spread. No, sir, that is not liquidity. Liquidity is called as ease of buying and selling. That is, जो आप बोल रहे हैं वो spread होता है, sir. Okay, the options which are more liquid, you can easily buy and sell them. Anyone who knows about a classical stock, more spread, more liquid, sir, it is not guaranteed. ऐसा नहीं है, sir. जरूरी नहीं है. There are hidden prints also which are available in some of, see, ऐसा नहीं है, जरूरी नहीं है. Even spread can also be high in a stock like Reliance. Does that mean Reliance is an illiquid security? Anyone who can say that Reliance is an illiquid security? Spread sometimes also gets become very high in case of Reliance. Can we say that Reliance is illiquid security? Think about it, Alok. Spread is a different concept and liquidity is a different concept. You look into options of Reliance, highly tradable options. And on the other hand, you look into the options which are, newly started trading, the securities which have recently entered into FNO segment. You look into option chain of them. That's where you will be finding less liquidity. Ease of buying and selling will not be there in them. So people who answered volumes, I'll say they are very much close to the answer, right? For example, Praneet ji has said volumes. Yes, so I can accept that answer, volumes. But if anyone is saying that spread won't be the right answer, right? So remember this part, guys. The options, you should be looking for taking trade only in those option. If you're an option buyer, you should be looking only for trading in those options which are easily tradable, right? The options which are less easily tradable, you should not be looking for taking a trade in them, because what will happen, you will be finding yourself to be running into bigger losses. Because what will happen, yes, that's where Alok, I'll be answering you on this part. Because what will happen, generally you will be finding the options which are less liquid. First of all, ticker will not be running because no one is trading. Second of all, there will be high spread in them. If you'll be trying to exit from them because of high spread, what will happen, the option, you'll not be getting advantageous price for getting exit, right? You'll not be getting advantageous price for getting exit. I'll give you one simple example. This was example of IRCTC. Anyone who saw the chart of IRCTC on this expiry, let me show you. IRCTC, sorry, in last trading session, IRCTC gave a wild move, right? So this was IRCTC chart. It went down, like anything, and it also went up like anything, right? And our tick scanner on this particular time was showing there was only one security that was getting traded in futures. Like people were buying hundreds of lots in IRCTC, buying and selling, excessively high buying and selling kept on taking place in IRCTC when the prices started moving up, right? And let me show you, when the prices were trading at this point of time, what was the value of 650 put option, which was at that point of time, I think at the money 650, or let's say 700 put option, IRCTC. Right now there is no spread shown. Right now the spread is not high. This one was basically highly tradable security at that point of time. Because the volatility was very high, the security got very high, liquidity. But illiquidity is visible somewhat few days back, something like this is called as illiquidity. You cannot buy and sell, and you cannot get advantageous price for purchasing or selling the security. That's what we call. Sir, what is the disadvantage of holding weekly index options? Sir, disadvantage of holding weekly index option is, if the biggest disadvantage is, if for maximum number of days in a year, Bank Nifty and Nifty, they do not go volatile. For maximum days, you'll be finding them to be running sideways only, right? They'll be showing 2 days up and few days down, few days up, few days down. That's how their movement will be taking place. So because of which, the options value, they'll keep on depleting like anything, and ultimately you'll be finding yourself to be running into losses. Even if you purchase the option at right valuation, still you'll be running into losses. Okay, so that's why it is recommended. Yeah, if you want to buy, Sandeep ji, if you still want to buy option, you can pay extra premium and buy monthly option. Then that will be much better for you to buy, right? You'll have to buy, you'll have to pay extra premium amount for purchasing costly monthly options. But yes, monthly options will be much better for you. Okay. So remember this part, guys. Now let's come back to the slide. Remember this part. Avoid stock options buying for options which are basically less liquid, जिनको आसानी से buy या sell नहीं करा जा सकता. Otherwise, there can be a scenario wherein what will happen? You are running into profit, but since there is no depth in the market, there is no bids available, you cannot create exit from your option. And what will happen if by month end your stock option is now, you want to exit, but there is, since you are not able to sell your option what will happen to your position? You'll have to take compulsory delivery. You have to do then, right? That is the big problem. What is compulsorily delivery? This is a rule from SEBI. What they will be doing, what you will be doing is basically, if you are holding any in the money option, then you will have to do compulsory delivery of the option. For example, let's say currently SBI is trading at a price of 500 and you have purchased 500 call option. By month end, SBI is trading at 550 rupee. So that means your 500 call option is currently taking currently having intrinsic value of 50 rupee. So what this means, and let's say SBI option was completely illiquid at that point of times, but still you kept on holding, and if you could not exit, what will happen? You'll have to take compulsory delivery. You have to pay extra premium amount to take the delivery of lot size, that is 1500 1500 क्वांटिटी का आपको इक्विटी का डिलीवरी अपने डीमैट अकाउंट में लेना होगा, right? Similarly, in case of put option, you will have to sell the security at a price of the strike price at which you have purchased the option. So that's what it means. Remember that you have to avoid stock options, especially if you are looking for positional stock option buying in less liquid options, right? Instead of doing that, you can look forward for creating a hedge position in future versus call option, something like that you can do. Or never ever take a position in if the option is going illiquid. Now next one is avoid holding deep in the money options also. It is not just applicable to options for illiquid securities. It is also applicable for deep in the money options. Many a times, even for securities which are highly tradable securities, their in the money options also start facing liquidity problem. That's where slippages will also be very high. In fact, the difference between bid and offer will also be high, which will not be giving you any advantageous exit price. And still again, you cannot, and also there, because of that, you'll not be getting right exit price for yourself. So that's what you also have to remember. Next one, whenever you are looking for option buying, you also have to remember, do not create fresh stock option buying position on last week of monthly expiry, because of just now what I have explained to all of you. The biggest reason is compulsorily delivery, right? You have to then take the delivery of underlying on expiry day, right? So you'll have certain obligations then to follow, right? And next point is, which is most important point. Yes, so this is the biggest strategy, sir. Alok Kapoor is basically sending here so many messages. I'm reading all of your messages, Alok ji. Alok ji is saying that, sir, will you reveal any strategy? Are you revealing any strategy? Yes, sir. This is the biggest strategy that you have to follow. You have to stop predicting. 90% of the people, they lose money in stock market because of only one thing. They keep on doing predictions. This is where Nifty is going to go tomorrow. This is where Bank Nifty is going to go tomorrow. This is my stop loss. This is my target. And it will be, look at my analysis. Prices, they blast up like anything. Look at my analysis. Today, the prices, they went down like anything. Stop predicting. That's the biggest strategy, sir. If you'll stop predicting and understand what is happening at present in market and then making your calculated decision, that's the real strategy, sir. Focus only on one part, that is your entry. Where is your entry? Right? If you have a right entry available, take the position. If all the conditions are getting met, entry could be anything, sir. Alok ji, let me just ask you a few questions, sir. Do you trade based upon any indicators? Let me just help you out further today. Let's just open any stock. Nifty, let's just open highly tradable security only. Let's trade with Nifty 50 and make a golden crossover, something kind of strategy. You need a strategy? I'll show you the strategy, sir. Let's make a strategy. Guys, those who are participants here, I want all of you to give me any random number. Give me any random number, sir. All of you, give me any random number. I'll just create a beautiful strategy. Give me any number. कोई भी number बोलिए. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 100, 200, 300, whatever number you want to give. Amrit Dash is saying 7. So I'll add here as 7 number. Now, any other number? 50. I'll make it 50. Let's make it green in color. Done. Right, sir. Done. Any other number? If you have in mind, guys, give me any other number. After 7, 50, there is any other number that you have in mind? 21. I'll add 21 also. 21. I'll make it in blue color. Done. Any other number that you have, guys? 21. Apart from that, if you can give me कोई और number, कोई भी number. 7, 50, 21, 75. All right, sir. Let's make 75 also. Pink line. 200 भी देना है. चलिए 200 भी डाल देते हैं. Let's make it 200 also. और बताइए सर, और कोई नंबर है बचा हुआ? आलोक जी, आपको स्ट्रेटजी चाहिए? यू टेक द स्ट्रेटजी नाउ. 7, 21, 50, 75 एंड 200 की मूविंग एवरेज आप लगा लीजिए एंड लुक एट द ब्यूटीफुल मूवमेंट इन द सिक्योरिटीज. नाउ जैसे ही गोल्डन क्रॉसओवर होता है, यू टेक द ट्रेड एंड यू कीप ऑन होल्डिंग जब तक ये पिंक लाइन को ब्रेक नहीं कर देती. जस्ट कीप ऑन होल्डिंग. चार्ट विल बी 5-minute चार्ट. Will you still be able to make money? I can guarantee, sir, you will still not be able to make money. Why? Because it is not the setup which is stopping you for making money. It is the mental setup which is stopping us in making money. So the real secret is your mind, which can make you earn good money. Getting it, Alok ji? So it is your mind, sir. That's the real key. That's the key secret of your success. If you want success in market, it is not the strategy. You have a calm and composed mind. You remove all the indicators and you'll be making money like anything. Remove all the indicators. Understand what is happening in the market. Is it a bull market? Is it a bear market or a sideways market? If it is a bull market, what do you want to do? You want to buy on dip or you want to buy on breakout? Let me give you simple understanding. If it is, decide, be a decision maker. You know, that's the last point. And that's what I wanted to make you all understand. So the last point is, from this point onwards, stop taking trading tips and become a decision maker. Right? Be a decision maker. How? And I'll how to become a decision maker. Let me give you a simple understanding. What kind of possible moves that can take place in market? Number one, bull move. What are different types of market movements? Bull market movement. Second one could be a bear market movement. Third one could be a sideways. What do you want to do in bull market? Decide, be a decision maker. Decide, you want to buy on dip or support, or you want to buy on breakout. What do you want to do? That's where decision making comes. On a bear market, what do you really want to do? Decide on this part. If the market is a bear market, first you have to identify whether a market is running in a bull mode or it is running in a bear mode. If it is running on a bull mode, what do you want to do? Obviously, you want to do a buying, right? What do you want to do on a buying? Buying on dip or buying on breakout? That's what you have to wait for. Bear market, if it is running, then you have to decide whether you have to sell on rise or you have to sell on resistance, or you have to do selling on breakout. Decide, sir. That's the main key. And if there is a sideways market, what do you really want to do for that? Whether you want to buy on dip or support, or you want to do sell on rise or resistance. What do you really want to do, sir? Alok ji, you are getting my point, sir? Decide, be a decision maker. Bull market hai, then define what is bull market. And once you have defined that, yes, there is a bull market running, that's the biggest problem, sir. What we do, what many people do in a bull market, they will be looking for selling. People do shorting in a bull market. अब मार्केट बहुत ऊपर चला गया है, इसके ऊपर नहीं जा सकता, राइट? दिस हैपेंस विद मैक्सिमम पीपल. मार्केट बहुत ऊपर चला गया है, इसके ऊपर नहीं जा सकता, दे लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर शॉर्टिंग and they are forgetting the basic fact that it was a bull market. Why did you create a short position? That's the big problem. Another big problem, when the market is falling, you are looking for buying without, and just by thinking that market बहुत नीचे गिर चुका है, now you are looking for buying the market. That's big problem, sir. You have to understand on macro level what is happening, and on a sideways market you want to buy on a breakout. In a sideways market, it is always good for selling on the rise and buying on the dip, as long as the prices are running in a sideways manner. Hope you are understanding this part, guys. Write it down. This is one key setup that I'm telling you. Be organized in your trading system. No one can stop you in making money from market. Be organized. Be highly organized. That's what I'll say. Whatever your trading setup is, these moving averages or whatever you want to do, you apply moving averages. I'm not stopping you. I'm not ridiculing moving averages. You use moving averages. That's all. Koi baat nahi. Kar lijiye use. But one thing is sure. One thing is for sure. You have to first of all be organized in your trading, sir. If you are not organized, then what will happen? You will keep on running into losses. And if you'll keep on running into losses, then what will happen? You want a person who can, upon whom you can, do the blame game. किसी टिप प्रोवाइडर के पास जाएंगे, वो आपको टिप्स देगा, या आप किसी को आप पैसा देंगे कि आप उनसे पैसा ले लीजिए सर और हमारा अकाउंट चला दीजिए. और वो अल्टीमेटली व्हाट विल हैपन? Your account value will still keep on depleting like anything. So it is always better, sir, you become controller of your money and no one can stop you in making good money from stock market. Okay. Now the next topic for today is Muhurat trading. Anyone who is getting bored here, किसी को अगर कुछ भी जरा सा भी कुछ बोरियत हो रही है, let me know. Okay, so Amrit Das is asking a very lovely question. सर जब भी सपोर्ट पे बाय करता हूं, स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो जाता है, देन रिवर्सल देता है, क्या करें? आप एक काम करें अमृत, you have to improvise on this part. If you think that on a support zone, I'm just giving you a key which initially I also used to apply for myself. Initially जब मैं नया था मार्केट में, मैं भी इस तरीके से अपने आप को improvise करने की कोशिश करता था. So one good technique which worked out really fine for me was जब मुझे पहली बार बाय करना है किसी भी सपोर्ट जोन पर, आई विल नॉट बी बाइंग ऑन द फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस, आई विल बी वेटिंग फॉर माय स्टॉप लॉस फर्स्ट टू गेट हिट। सबसे पहले मैं अपना स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने का वेट करूंगा, वो भी पेपर पर, राइट, ओनली ऑन पेपर आई लेट माय स्टॉप लॉस टू फर्स्ट गेट हिट। वंस इट हैज गॉट हिट and then it has started reversing, that's where I'll be buying with real money. You try that, Amrit, I can guarantee on this part you'll make money. This thing has worked out really well for me. So you can also, you know, improvise yourself in term, you know, that on the macro level, whenever you are, wherever you are buying, your analysis is going right. If your analysis is going right, only your entry and stop losses are not fine, what you can do, you just follow the same entry and stop loss, but wait for the stop loss to first get hit and then you buy. Right, first let the stop loss hit on the paper, right? That's all I'm saying. You try it and do let me know, message me, Amrit ji, next time message me. हाँ, पहले नियो पे ले लेना, फिर उसके बाद जीरोधा पे, definitely sir, this thing will work out for you for sure. Now Kamlesh ji is saying please show 10 points. Sir, these are the 10 points, let me just show you one more time. You can write down these points, take a screenshot of it. If you have not yet taken, take a screenshot, sir. Till then, I'm answering rest of the answers. Okay, Sandeep ji is asking how to place stop loss in index options. Is it manually exit good or predefined stop loss? Sir, first of all, I do not apply stop losses in index options. I buy it at market price and I also exit at market price. My stop losses are defined as per stop losses that I should do on that I should place on underlying. Okay, so that's what it is. Kamlesh ji saying good session. Kamlesh ji, it is not yet over. Last part is Muhurat trading. Muhurat trading is auspicious stock market. This is stock Muhurat trading is a auspicious stock market trading for 1 hour on Deepavali. It takes place. It is a symbolic and old ritual that has been retained and observed for ages by trading community. As Diwali also marks the beginning of new year, it is believed that Muhurat trading on this day brings in wealth and prosperity throughout the year. And I also do Muhurat trading. Doesn't matter I get the profit or I get the loss. I always do Muhurat trading. Sometimes I do investment in Muhurat trading days, or sometimes I do trading in stocks, stock options. Sometimes on Muhurat trading days, I do trading in index options, right? So, but I always do. Doesn't matter profit or loss. I always take the trade in them. सर मोहर ट्रेडिंग पर मार्केट गिरता नहीं है क्या? नहीं सर, गिरता है, क्यों नहीं गिरता है, जरूरी नहीं है, इट इज नॉट मैंडेटरी। द मोहर ट्रेडिंग पर मार्केट ऊपर भी जाता है, नीचे भी गिरता है, दोनों चीजें होती हैं। Yes, sir. That's what I'll explain you now. So these are the timings. You can take the screenshot of it. These are the timings of Muhurat trading session. First, block deal session takes place from 5:45 to 6 p.m. That's what is not meant for us. Then pre-open market starts from 6 p.m. to 6:08 p.m. That's where you can place your bids in equity market if you want to place your bids in equity market. अगर आपको इक्विटी मार्केट में कुछ कंपनी के शेयर्स खरीदने हैं तो आप उनके बिड्स प्री मार्केट सेशन में प्लेस कर सकते हैं। अगर आपके वो ऑर्डर एग्जीक्यूट हो गए तो आपको उनमें बाय मिल जाएगा, राइट? The normal market starts at 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. सिर्फ एक घंटे का सेशन होता है. This session is only for 1 hour, and during this session you can do trading in equity. You can also do trading in futures. You can also do trading in options. You can also do trading in currency derivatives. You can also do trading in commodity derivatives. That means crude oil and all. MCX trading also can be done, and SLB scheme participants can also do trading. Okay. All right. So that's all about it, sir. If you want to contact us, now I'm open for all the queries. Those who want to join our next course, which is starting on 1st of January 2022. Those who are interested in joining our next market profile, volume profile, and order flow course, they can contact us on any one of these numbers. You can also follow us on Telegram. This is our Telegram channel. You can write down the links of our channel. You can find us, Elixir Learnings on Telegram and Facebook. YouTube channel name is Elixir Learnings, and website name is elixirlearnings.com. Now I'm open for all the questions, guys. Those who want to ask as many, now you can ask jitne bhi sawal aapne पूछने. I'm open for all the questions. Do ask as many questions you want. Now the first question coming is Kamlesh Kumarji is asking how to get upper circuit stock. Sir, how the question is how to get the upper circuit stock. You want to know whether the stock which is going to hit upper circuit or the stock which is already on the upper circuit. You want to know the stocks which are daily on upper circuit. Sir, उसमें आपको buy कैसे मिलेगा? You want to buy and daily upper circuit stocks like 3i Infotech. सर उसके लिए आप एक काम कर सकते हैं. There is a very good application called as Chartink. You can go and visit the website chartink.com. That's where daily there are many free screeners and scanners are there. You can create those daily screeners and scanners. It is a free website. You don't need any premium payment for that, and you can find out daily upper stocks there also. Okay, or if you want to create certain conditions, you can write down mail to that company also. They can find out your requirements, and accordingly they can create the scanner for you, which you can run on end of the day basis every single day, right? So that won't be a problem. Abhilash is asking, sir, I never traded in Bank Nifty. How can I learn? Sir, you can spend some time first of all on learning what is equity, what are derivatives, and then you can see, Kamlesh ji, we are starting our beginners module on 7th of October, sir. Sorry, 7th of November. 7th of November, we are starting our course of beginners course. You can join that also. You can contact us on these numbers, and we will guide you on what we are going to teach in beginners course. 7th of November we are starting. Okay, Abhilash ji. Sir, I put daily orders but I cannot get. Sir, Kamlesh ji, वही तो मैं आपको बात बता रहा था. The stocks which are running on daily upper circuit, even if you will be placing your orders in them, you still not be possibility. Still, there will not be any possibility that you will be getting fill in your orders. आपको वहां possibility नहीं होगी, क्योंकि if no one is ready to sell, then how will you buy? Okay, got it. All right. अमृत दास सर, ऑप्शंस बाय के लिए कुछ सिंपल स्ट्रेटजी बताएं जो आप इनिशियल स्टेज में यूज करते थे. इट विल हेल्प अस. अमृत, I'll teach you something. I'll teach you something. Wait for it. Give me, today Sunday na. Give me 2-3 days and I'll give you something really good. I'll again organize one more strategy based webinar. I'll also again organize in coming days. That's where you can learn. I'll in the next webinar, do not miss next webinar. Stay on the channel and keep following us, and in the next channel we'll teach you simple nahi, अच्छा ही सिखाएंगे आपको. Don't worry about it. We'll teach you some strategy which you can utilize for making good earnings, consistent earnings from market. All right, so Mohit ji, you are asking Bank Nifty November 40,100 put option, is it good to buy? Sir, you can do one thing. You can take the services of any tips provider, and they will definitely let you know whether it is good to buy or not. All right, sir. Any other question, guys? So thank you, guys. Thank you for giving your time and listening to me patiently. And it was lovely. We had a good interaction today. And thank you, everyone. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a lovely day. In case if you want to contact us, you can contact us on these numbers. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Good day. And stay on the channel. In next coming days we'll be giving you one more session on uh, some strategy related to options. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye bye.